8-3. Purdue 10-1. Boilermakers looking to finish their non-conference with a bang, and they win the opening tip here in Indianapolis. Looking to make up for the loss to Auburn last year. And Auburn really physical in that game with their experienced lineup, won at 87-69 in Birmingham. Got a foul away from the ball as Lawyer hit the deck. And Kevin Overton, who has been dealing with a little bit of a physical issue down in his lower body, will pick up the early foul.
Well, they need him to be A, healthy, and B, on the floor. You know, if that's a big one because of the way that he can defend. And he's going to get a lot of Braden Smith here tonight. Very capable of being Auburn's best perimeter defender.
Trying to free up Smith. They do away from the basketball. 10 to shoot. Points per game are down a little bit from what we saw last year, but there's just more offense and options on this Purdue attack as Lawyer misses the open look.
Well, and the glass is going to be the game as well, because both these teams are elite in terms of college basketball at how they get on the offensive glass. Who can win the shot volume battle? Certainly Auburn and Purdue, both very capable.
Williams Adams getting another start as opposed to Elijah Freeman, who asked to come off the bench, and that has already provided a spark on both units. That one off. Good fight for the rebound. Murphy couldn't squeeze it for Auburn. Here comes Purdue.
And there's no doubt that you're going to get a post double. What a ducking from. You got Oscar Clough just dominating the matchup right there. On the flip side for Auburn, if Keyshawn Hall is posting up, he's going to see doubles. There will be opportunities for three if you can skip the ball.
The angles that Braden Smith can come up with on that bounce are simply absurd.
Well, Oscar Clough has really started to find his way. I think he's played his way into a little bit better shape, and then just the physicality he brings. And there's Hall, real inside-out presence.
Tough response from the outside. He's shooting it at 42% from three. He's got 5 double-doubles on the season. He scored at least 13 points in every game this year.
And just the way he can get to the foul line, he punishes defenders. He's a big-time player.
Clough will take it on the outside this time, looking for Cox with 10 to shoot. Mismatch. Cox has Murphy on the outside. That means Clough's got the smaller defender inside. Pettiford tries to check Lawyer, takes him right to the paint, and the perfect patience for two.
But that was a real physical drive right there. And the shot clock situation, Fletcher Lawyer, he's grinding that drive out. You knock your defender back, you stay on balance, and you drill it from 10 feet.
It's over 2 minutes gone in this first half. Auburn 1 for 2 to start, averaging 86.5 points per game. They shoot it at 48% from the floor, but under 35% from three. 7 to shoot. Murphy gets a touch inside. Tough delivery, goes down.
That's a big-time move right there. Keyshawn Murphy, a guy that they're going to need to maybe be that third scorer. You know that Pettiford's bringing it. You got Keyshawn Hall, who's going to come alongside him. That's a really nice move there on a possession that was well defended from Purdue.
Kaufman-Renn, good position. The fake and finish. TKO takes it all the way.
And Purdue is just going to take turns, whether it's Oscar Clough, Trey Kaufman-Renn. They are going to throw the ball inside to those guys and challenge the physicality of the Auburn Tigers defense.
Stephen Pearl said that Braden Smith's the best passer in America. He thinks Trey Kaufman-Renn is the best short roller in America, as Murphy has back-to-back buckets.
You have a little bit of a breakdown there by Purdue's pick-and-roll weak side defense. Braden Smith, he's nowhere to be found on that roll. Kaufman-Renn coming over, and back-to-back buckets. Keyshawn Murphy giving Stephen Pearl a little bit of offense here early on.
Averaging 10.1 points per game on the season. Cox will fire and hit the three.
For both of these teams, Noah, it's going to be a challenge. If there's two on the ball, opportunity with the skip pass. C.J. Cox shooting 40% from three on the year. And skip pass is going to be available for both these teams tonight.
And as expected, offense has come pretty quickly. Purdue, the #1 rated offense in the country, according to Ken Pom. And Auburn has had some moments this year where they've been explosive. Already scored 90+ 5 times. Murphy's going to work consistently in the early going. Pettiford's going to have to let it fly. He does. He can't hit, and the rebound of Smith. In transition, Cox sets the feet. Tries to free himself. Can't hit another three. Rebound of Smith. Cox will try again. His three is true.
He had a big game against Auburn. Even though it was all Tigers last season, C.J. Cox had 16 in that game. He's gotten some open looks here early, and he has made Auburn pay for him.
Bounce inside, a little bit far in front. Save for Williams-Adams. Driving kick. Murphy off the fake. And Murphy got met at the rim by Kaufman-Renn. Numbers the other way. Smith keeps the head up. Smith, Lawyer, 3 ball. Not there. Pettiford looking to push. Pettiford attacks on Smith, and Pettiford can't finish. Clough clears.
That block out there by Oscar Clough on Keyshawn Murphy.
And then fumbled out of bounds. Cox is going to be fouled as he holds his knee. Zone look out of the timeout for Auburn with Jovic and Freeman both on the floor for the Tigers. Daniel Jacobson out there for the Boilermakers. 10 to shoot. Kaufman-Renn around for Smith. The only starter yet to score for Purdue will fire. Missed the 3.
Purdue loves to attack that zone with the ball screen. I thought C.J. Cox could have let that one go from the corner, but Auburn one and done on the glass. And Todd Pettiford, he can fill it up.
You know he's going to get him on.
No, and he should. I mean, the way that he's finally found a way to kind of be efficient. He's settled in here. Had a tough start to his year, but 4 of his last 6 games, 20 or more. Over the last 2, averaging 25 points a game. And efficient, 50 from the field, 55 from 3.
Cox again can't hit the 3, but the rebound staying here. It's going to be Hall as he shoved behind Daniel Jacobson. How much more comfortable he's gotten as the season has gone on with being the bona fide #1 option on this team. #1 on the opposing scouting report. That's a big deal for Pettiford, who last year, as Coach Burrow said, was really 6. He was coming off the bench and obviously had a phenomenal freshman year. But it's a different seat that he's currently sitting in.
Everybody wants that, and only the great ones understand, like, once you get there, what it really is. And then you kind of adjust. But everybody thinks they want to be the go-to or the best guy until you see the responsibility that you have.
Kaufman-Renn got to that basketball first. Then he got undercut by Pettiford, who's going to earn possession for Auburn.
Going to be a problem for Purdue today because of the way that he plays.
This is on that one. Oh, the rebound. Freeman came flying in. Had it sent back by Jacobson. Too tall inside. Smith running the transition. Lawyer trying to get it inside, and Jacobson got held.
Well, Daniel Jacobson has been elite in terms of blocking shots this year. In terms of block percentage, 2nd nationally at a block rate of almost 17%. That's a great offensive rebound. Elijah Freeman is a terrific offensive rebounder. He's flying in there. Looks like he got an easy one. Not so fast from Daniel Jacobson.
Too strong from Lawyer. Second chance for Smith. Inside, Jacobson, post, and finish.
He's starting to really embrace the physicality of the game. You know, he's added a lot of weight. He's a big body at 7'4", but he's starting to look much more comfortable out there on the floor.
Auburn 1 for their last 7 from the floor. Jovic on the outside, picked up by Smith. They're looking to attack him on this end. And again, Jacobson altered that shot and then gained the possession for Harris.
And Jacobson contests. Purdue's going to have to crack down there. Auburn with a missed opportunity on the glass.
Jakari Harris drills a 3.
That's a big shot for Harris. With 1 of his last 9 from 3, has done his damage from 2. But off that defensive rebound, Purdue getting out and flowing, and Jakari Harris getting an open look.
Tigers need a bucket badly here. Hall trying to direct traffic, nearly threw it away. Freeman on the attack, squeezes through for a chance at the free throw line. Purdue 3 for 8 from 3-point territory to start this game. They're shooting it at nearly 40% as a team coming in. Freeman to the line where he's 73%.
Purdue is a team that just hasn't committed a lot of fouls. They're 11th nationally in fouls per game. So something's got to give right there with the aggressiveness of Pettiford and Hall. Does that force Purdue to maybe foul a little bit more than they're used to, in Auburn to get to the free throw line?
Keeping also an eye on the depth for Auburn as Kaufman-Renn pushed it too short. Rebound, there he is. He has been a monster on the glass this season. Harris, pump, drive, through the contact, no. Jacobson couldn't squeeze it. Harris got a hand on it. Now Auburn's looking to push Magwood into the game. They're really only going 8 deep under Stephen Pearl with Emeka Okporo now out. It's been the starting 5 plus Freeman, Jovic, and Magwood for this group. Murphy, skip pass on the attack. That's a nifty finish for Hall.
Well, again, off the skip pass, you're playing off the closeout. Keyshawn Hall, you have to respect his ability to shoot the three, but you also have to understand he really wants to get to the rim. But a smart play to put that thing on the floor and play off that closeout.
Smith drives, fend off, tried to feed it for Harris, who was knocked out of bounds. Back down, Kaufman-Renn gets doubled, doesn't matter.
And he's going to that right hand. He is going to his left shoulder. You've got the double coming over from Jovic, but you just can't let him get that deep. Even if you're there, he's going to score it over the top of you.
Homer Meyer in the game for the first time for Purdue. Fend off from Hall. Back outside Magwood, half the shot clock gone. Overton back on the floor. Drive and kick. Open look in the corner. Hall can't hit it. Rebound, second chance, Jovic. And making sure that they were prepared for a game like this. And their fourth opportunity against a top 10 team. The first one against Houston, they feel like they gave that away, that they should have won that game, lost by 1. But the other ones, they lost in Vegas to Michigan by 30, and then lost to number 2 Arizona by 29 points, number 2 at the time. As Smith evades, leaves it. Benter hits a three.
That roll and replace is going to be really tough to guard because you're dealing with the roll man of Oscar Clough. Jack Benter, 43% from 3 on the season. He's going to be a guy that you've got to account for. Have to try to run him off the line.
Braden Smith has only taken 1 shot. He has 6 assists first 10 minutes of this game. Overton finds Nylon.
It's one of those shots for Kevin Overton where if you're going to take it, you probably need to make that thing a little bit early in the clock, but he is definitely capable, can be a little bit streaky. Stephen Pearl said it well. When he plays well, Auburn plays well.
He's got 10 combined points his last 2 games as Smith finally gets inside, and he's fouled by Overton. So Smith to the free throw line again. You look at the numbers in terms of his scoring this season, 12.7 points per game. And 11 rebounds. He went 9 for 9 from the floor in the 20-point win over Marquette last week. You've got Jacobson coming off the bench and averaging 9.1 points per game. Myers averaging just about 7. And then even guys like Jack Benter come in, knock down threes. That one, a lot of contact. It's going to be a foul going against Benter as he tried to step in and take the charge. Williams-Adams back in there. 2 early fouls. Gets the entry pass from Magwood. Back down on Clough. Just can't move him. Clough with perfect defense. Second chance opportunity. Overton keeps it. Williams-Adams, no. Rebound, Benter trying to fight. Knocked out of bounds. A lot of contact. Trying to get it in. And they just barely do. Murphy got it. You can't let them get into what they want, and you have to take it to them on the other side of the floor. Meyer will pull off the bounce. No. Rebound to Clough. Another second chance opportunity for the Boilermakers. Spin inside, and Clough finishes underneath.
It looked like Keyshawn Murphy thought he was going to have somebody helping on that baseline side. The offensive rebound is there, but then they just give him that baseline.
Magwood quiets the crowd in Indianapolis. And a timeout from Stephen Pearl with 8:19 to play in this first half. Give yourself, figure, close to 30 more games after this, and a guy who averages nearly 10 assists per game, you just start doing the math and saying, oh, this is possible. Bad pass, nearly taken away. Clough comes away with it. Shot clock reset. We're going to call that a full possession, and now they're going to have to change. So they will stop it. Let's see where they put the shot clock back.
But that's exactly the way that Auburn needs to defend here, to be disruptive, because Purdue will just run set after set after set. And they're so comfortable in doing that. Now, the way you take that away is you deny passes, you get in the passing lanes. You certainly embrace the physicality of the defensive end of the floor.
Oh, Lawyer, the show and go for 2.
It's a really smart play there by Fletcher Lawyer of getting to the body of Keyshawn Murphy, knocking him back, and then using his pivot.
Purdue shooting the ball 52% from the floor, 4 of 9 from 3. Auburn down at 35% overall. Clough got a hand on it. Pettiford reclaims with 13 to shoot.
Clough with that good footwork. He is capable of getting out and hard hedging and being disruptive in those ball screens.
Overton gets a screen from Murphy. 4 to shoot. Overton against Meyer. Cross, drive. Overton pulls and puts it in.
That's a big-time shot right there from Kevin Overton. Have to make a play, end the shot clock. And again, you see it so often in basketball now. You're getting to your pull-up, but you're getting to the body first. Knock the freshman back and get to your 15-footer.
Clough on the outside. Benter, around it goes Cox. Back to Clough on a reset. 10 to shoot for Lawyer. Put it on the deck. Benter, swing, Meyer, show, bounce, Clough, 3 to shoot. Someone has to shoot it. Clough, does he notice? No. Shot clock violation. Perfect defense from Auburn.
Well, really good defensive possession there by Auburn. Here's the Fletcher Lawyer drive. The way he gets that contact, playing off 2 feet, gives you options.
This is a look at our secret recipe brought to you by Bush's Chili Beans. And 1,400 points, 200 threes, 200 assists. Wow, a couple of really good guys on that list right there.
Right,
Carson Edwards, Equan Moore.
Get to be on a graphic.
Foul's going to be called. Six and a half to play in this first half. Back to a 6-point game. Smith back on the floor with Kaufman-Renn, Cox, Clough, and Lawyer, the starting 5.
Auburn going back to that zone again. Trey Kaufman-Renn just mishandled it, but then you leave him and he just gets all the way to the rim.
That's the biggest danger, it feels like, playing in zone against Purdue. You've got the short roll of Kaufman-Renn.
And then rebounding. It'd be both those things, but that's exactly right in that pick and roll. And that's totally where Purdue's going to go. They're not looking to move the zone. They are looking to use the ball screen.
Pettiford on the outside. Screen comes from Murphy. 10 to shoot. Hall still looking for a consistent rhythm in this game. Kaufman-Renn stays in front. Hall just moves him out of the way for the bucket. Get out of here. Too strong.
It's amazing as you watch Keyshawn Hall. At times he looks a little bit loose with his handle, but he always finds a way to corral it. He just brings the weight room right to Trey Kaufman-Renn.
7 points for Hall. Smith gets into the paint, fades. That is ridiculous. The extra second that he hung in the air to give himself enough space.
Well, just the patience to survey. What do I have? You see that it's for yourself, and then he is so comfortable with that fadeaway.
Purdue has made 7 of their last 8. Auburn has made 3 of their last 3. Hall checked again by Kaufman-Renn. Hooks it, and there's that free safety.
That's exactly what you were talking about, Noah.
In transition now, Smith off the screen from Clough. Again, the switch with the big Murphy. He's just abused this matchup, picking apart the defense with his incredible passing. This time he'll drive, and he'll get the contact.
And he's so crafty with the shot fake. He's got one of the better head fakes in all of college basketball. But he gets that matchup, and he is just teeing this thing up. Here's the first one. Play off 2 feet, get to your turnaround jumper. Then the defensive side, Purdue is going to load up on Keyshawn Hall. Really well read from Braden Smith, and then a little shot fake. You get Murphy off his feet, and you're on a trip to the foul line.
So Smith up to 6 points. 4 of the 6 coming at the free throw line. He's got 7 assists in 13 minutes. And Purdue has their largest lead of 10. Ball got caught. Overton.
Look at the way Purdue's loading up. Like Fletcher Lawyer is playing free safety. The play's the skip pass, but Overton gonna have to now make a play.
Another 3, this time short. And the rebound tracked down again by Kaufman-Renn.
The way he's pursuing the ball this season, a lot of guys say, okay, I'm going to rebound better, but not many are able to actually do it. He has elevated his level rebounding.
Well, that's exactly what Matt Painter said he's been so impressed by. He said, I'm going to improve as a rebounder.
He probably thought, okay.
Yeah, he's like, all right, that's what, so everybody says that. He has come in, he has completely changed the way that he attacks on the glass. What a pass again. Lawyer open, 4-3, but he missed it. Rebound, Jacobson. Cox, second chance, his three, sticks it.
A lot of dribbling here. Auburn got to move the basketball.
Overton's response is there. Ends a 7-0 Purdue run.
But with the way Purdue was loading to Tahad Pettiford, that skip pass is always going to be there, whether it's Hall or Pettiford. Wise play to skip that across, and that's a massive shot from Kevin Overton.
Purdue 5 for 11 from 3. Overton himself is 2 for 4. The rest of the team for Auburn is 1 for 5. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Purdue looking to avenge a loss from last year. Turnover from Jacobson. Taken away, Freeman, nearly taken back by Smith. That looked like it was kicked. They play on. Overton.
They got the matchup with Jovic.
They get it to him against Lawyer. Jacobson on the help. He makes up for the mistake on one end with a block on the other. And then Lawyer is fouled.
He looks like a different player in terms of embracing the physicality, especially against a team as physical and athletic as Auburn.
Purdue in the bonus. Lawyer up to 5 points, 2 rebounds. The balance just standing out once again for Purdue. C.J. Cox has 9 points. He's made 3 threes in this game, but everybody else has just fallen in line and continues to do their job at a high level as they push it back to a dozen.
Well, Noah, you think about Auburn and their recipe for when they've lost games. They've only averaged 70 points a game. They've only shot 35% from the field and only averaged 7 assists in those games. Now, Kevin Overton has kept them afloat. But you look at what they've done in the wins, where they're averaging 94 a game. This is not a game they want to play in the 60s.
Overton now in double figures with 10 points and has remained aggressive after he didn't play in the second half against Chattanooga. Another one for Cox, another three. He is feeling it from the outside.
They're loading up to take away the roll, and that means the skip passes the read. Braden Smith is finding his shooter, skipping it across, and C.J. Cox doing the rest.
Pettiford just 2 points on 4 attempts. And a foul on the outside going to go against Cox. A minute 40 to play in this first half. Overton keeps chucking. That one's short. Kaufman-Renn couldn't squeeze it himself. Harris does.
He had the 29 against NC State. Knocked down 6 threes, and he's kind of looking like that in this first half. He's been the offense for Auburn.
Kaufman-Renn back down on Pettiford, just clears the space and finishes.
And Jovic is coming over, but it just does not matter. Kaufman-Renn is so good at getting to that strong right hand.
15-point cushion, approaching a minute to play in this first half. Jovic spins. Jovic can't score, but no foul is called. And a second chance. Now the foul comes in and sends Overton to the free throw line. Clough back in the game for Purdue with Harris, Kaufman-Renn, Smith, and Lawyer. Overton now up to 11 points after splitting a pair. Just under a minute to play in this first half. He's out there with Pettiford, Freeman, Hall, and Jovic. Clough, big to big with Kaufman-Renn.
Here's that inverted ball screen. Pretty good job by Auburn dealing with it.
Back down. Kaufman-Renn over the top. Clough all alone for the slam.
Well, it's easier said than done, but Kevin Overton, you better try to be a little bit more physical with Oscar Clough right there. He ducks right in, and they just have no answer for the big fella.
One second difference, shot clock and game clock. Pettiford, Jovic, Hall. Freeman with 4 to shoot. Freeman on the drive. Freeman on the finish. What a way to end the first half. It looked like Purdue was going to suffocate that entire possession, and Freeman at least gets Auburn a little bit closer, but it was just about all Boilermakers all the time with a 14-point lead. And to be fair, when we spoke with Stephen Pearl earlier today, he mentioned just not beating themselves being a priority and being willing to give up certain shots. So clearly they feel like they played to their scouting report, and Purdue has just made them pay.
Well, it's just one of those deals where if Keyshawn Hall and Tahad Pettiford are not scoring, how is Auburn going to win? They've got to get those guys involved here.
89% free throw shooter, and he's got 4 games this season with at least 12 free throw attempts in the game. And he has been completely shut out from the free throw line, did not have a single attempt in the first 20 minutes. Here he is on the outside. Murphy in the corner. Hand it, Pettiford.
But Purdue switched that out perfectly to handle that cross screen and then the action for Pettiford. That was really well defended.
Overton. Now Hall hangs and banks it home.
But you move the basketball, you move that Purdue defense, and you find something for one of the guys that have to get it going at the rim in Keyshawn Hall.
The Big 12 newcomer of the year last year at UCF averaged 18.8 points per game, and he's only gotten better now with his new team. Try to get it inside in front of the post. A turnover forced by Williams-Adams.
Well, good physicality there from Williams-Adams. That's not an easy pass, but he just doesn't allow Trey Kaufman-Renn to push him up the lane.
Pettiford with a nice idea, but it was fumbled by Murphy. Cox ahead of the pack, and he up and under with the English. C.J. Cox can do it all in Indianapolis.
He likes playing against Auburn. There's no doubt about that. This is his second game against these Tigers where he's been such a factor offensively. I thought he might drop that thing off, but he's showing the English with that left hand.
14 points, 5 of 7 shooting, 18-point Purdue lead. Murphy diving to the basket will get fouled. It's the case with a couple of their players just trying to work themselves back into full health. Murphy being one of the main examples as the starter in the middle for this Tigers team. Simon Walker being another one who they're hopeful can continue to work his way back into shape. 3 to shoot. Smith's going to have to make it happen. Rebound Clough. Cox claims. Smith loads. Smith hits.
Purdue just punishes teams on the offensive glass. And even though Auburn's been there, Purdue has cashed in when they've got those second chance opportunities. Really good pass from C.J. Cox.
Murphy shuffled. Pettiford. Kaboom.
Auburn playing inside out. You're getting that ball around the rim. That Purdue defense is collapsing. Maybe that gets Tahad Pettiford going here.
Pettiford just his second bucket so far tonight. Inside out. Lawyer can't hit the 3, and it's going the other way. It's a foul on Kaufman-Renn. And that bucket for Pettiford get him rolling a little bit and helps trim this deficit. Snaking around, and this one's blocked by Smith using that elite wingspan on the perimeter.
I don't think Tahad Pettiford thought there was any way that Braden Smith was getting to that. You're right, it sneaks up on people. Not a good post entry from Jack Benter.
Turnover, Overton, all the way for 2. Smith wants to run quickly back the other way. Benter slows it down, reset for Smith. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Smith, 9 points, 9 assists. Gets it to the corner. Clough, back down. A lot of time still left on the shot clock. using the physicality. Comes up short.
But good job by Murphy at just hanging in there. Even though Clough was moving him, he never gave him an angle.
Hall bulldoze and an offensive foul.
For college basketball, it's great that we've had home and homes, but these neutral site games could be pretty cool too.
Whoa! Smith lobs it up, and Jacobson rocks the rim. It's the 30th career game for Braden Smith with 10 or more assists, and he did it in style.
That's how you flip ball pressure. If Auburn wants to pick up like that, Purdue not just breaking that to break it, they're breaking that to hang on rims.
Hall trying to get aggressive, and he's stripped by Smith.
Active hands.
Smith, Jacobson couldn't catch. Braden Smith just plays with so much energy, so much passion. You saw him look back towards his bench after that first lob that got finished. Jacobson came over, and yeah, it is. He just crowded the space of Keyshawn Murphy.
And he's got a loud game. He can wear loud shoes.
Agreed. Well said. Another turnover. Now let's see if Smith can pay it off with what his shoes have provided. Smith with Freeman checking. Jacobson comes to set it. 13 to shoot. Cross, Smith, drive, pump. Smith is fouled.
But the patience, right? He was just getting buckets in games, and now it's like, well, he's just totally turned down the scoring, and he has ramped up the playmaking for others.
He's got a double-double with 11 points and 10 assists to go with 4 rebounds. Freeman on the outside. 19-point Purdue advantage. Defense.
That ball is sticking for Auburn right now.
Hall, 3-ball, Freeman way off.
Not a good possession.
Smith pushing the pace. He'll stop. He'll pop. Rebound goes to Benner. Jacobson. Position. Can't finish. Pettiford. Cross on Smith. Find the cutter. Freeman underneath. Outside for Overton. Pump. Overton's 3. It's pure.
He's kept Auburn in this game. Kevin Overton has brought an offensive spark for this group.
Smith has played 23 minutes. Overton, 16 points, just doing everything he can. Benter on the outside, will try, and he's got it. Knocks down a triple.
That's not an easy shot to make when that pass skips into your hands. Jack Benter going down low and getting plenty of arc on that thing.
Overton, drive. Overton, no finish, right over the top of Bender.
Even with the help defense, didn't matter. Kevin Overton turning down that ball screen. C.J. Cox, you got to send him to your help. You get turned down, you're going to be in a world of trouble.
Harris and Clough will check in next dead ball for Purdue. Jovic will do the same for Auburn. A rare turnover for Smith. Numbers the other way if they hurry. It's Overton for 3. No.
That shot gets missed because the pass is not on target from Keyshawn Hall.
That one's on target for Cox. Not that time. Smith came in, got a piece out of bounds. It's going to stay.
Well, that looked like it got knocked off a Hall.
And they're going to review it. .15 to shoot out of the timeout for Auburn. Pettiford likes this matchup. He'll step back. Can't hit the 3.
They've got to find a way. And he's a tough shot maker, right? Like, he has games where he totally makes those shots. But on a night when you're struggling, how can you get to hot Pettiford an easy look to get him some rhythm?
Clough looking for Lawyer initially. Finds him on the second effort. Benter, 10 to shoot. Purdue did lose the challenge, by the way, as expected. 5 to shoot. This is deep. It's Lawyer. It did hit the rim. Or did it?
I thought it did.
It looked like it grazed the front of the rim.
That's what Oscar Clough is saying.
Braden Smith has gotten the extended run. He's got 11 points and 11 assists. Jovic back on the floor for Auburn. Overton's been the hot hand. Off the bounce, he'll try. Can't hit this time, and Clough corrals another rebound. Homer Meyer in the game for Purdue. Clough looking around. Harris out there as well with Kaufman-Renn and Smith. TKR. Back down, double. This just absurd angle for Trey Kaufman-Renn.
And Auburn's trying to double him to the baseline side, and they've actually gotten there. It's just that Kaufman-Renn has gone right over the top, and man, Todd Pettiford limping off. You hate to see that.
We have the Tigers athletic department for nearly 2 decades.
Look at the respect they're showing Keyshawn Hall. You got to skip it out and make him pay for it.
Freeman can't do so. And the rebound staying here. Clough battling with Hall. Magwood on the floor with Overton, Freeman, Hall, and Jovic. Freeman, kick it. Hall, 3 to shoot. Hall's going to have to hoist. Knock it down. Cashes in on the triple.
Those count. Homer Meyer trying to close out, take him out of rhythm, little jab step. That's just a tough shot there from Keyshawn Hall.
Approaching the midway point of this second half. Braden Smith has been fully in control. Again, finds the opening. It's Harris. Book it, a 3.
That is a missile across the floor from Braden Smith. If you don't get some type of ball pressure to get some air under that pass, you're never going to be able to get out there to contest that Jakari Harris 3. Now, with that being said, Auburn is playing the percentages. Harris only shooting 28% from 3. He's made a couple here tonight.
Overton. This time it's short. Smith, leave it. Meyer, Clough, relocate. This offense just constant motion, constant ball movement, and this time it's Hall who's going to pick up another foul. Partially to his other point, we were talking to him this morning about this. How many other guys are making these passes consistently? And right now, Jakari Harris bottoms from the outside.
That's another missile across the court.
Season high 13 assists for Smith. And again, it's Overton who has the range. Kaufman-Renn got a block from behind by Murphy.
Murphy hung in there on the play. The thing with Purdue, though, if they're going to have their role guys play like this, C.J. Cox in the first half, Jakari Harris in the second, you know what Braden Smith's bringing, Fletcher Lawyer, Trey Kaufman-Renn, and then you could even throw Oscar Clough out there. If they get this type of contribution, they're going to be an incredibly tough outcome March.
Magwood has the pull. Clough clears.
It's just a lot of isolation for Auburn, and that's kind of the wave that you ride, right? Like, they can get it going, and you're like, how do we turn this off? Because you can't guard them. But when you've got to generate offense and it's not coming easily, you're just struggling to score here.
Kaufman-Renn outside Smith. Tough catch. Drive and kick. Harris has had the hot hand, and he buries another one.
And Stephen Pearl just looks to his bench and throws his hands up. And that's who they want to shoot.
Drive. Freeman got fouled. The Cougars were ranked #1 in the country, then fell to Michigan in the same tournament by 30. Bounced back with an impressive win over St. John's, and then lost to then #2 Arizona by 29 points. Those 3 teams are currently ranked 1, 2, and 8 in the country. Now you've got the #6 team in the country in front of you. Great experiences for a younger Auburn team than we're accustomed to seeing, certainly from what we saw last year, a team that's still trying to learn how to play together with a first-year head coach.
There's just nowhere to go there for Freeman.
Meyer, cross, drive, back outside. Will Harris try? He will. And the rebound finally falls to Murphy. So Harris now with 4 threes. We saw C.J. Cox get rolling from three-point territory early in this game. Purdue is 11 of 22 from three-point range here tonight. Overton drive. Murphy on the outside. 5 to shoot. And Williams-Adams just facilitates his body to the right spot.
Well, you move the ball. You get 2 on it, you move it, and you finally are able to make Purdue pay and find an easy shot at the rim.
Jacobson and Loyal check in next dead ball for Purdue. They have cracked this zone. Harris again.
And that's a wide open shot. Braden Smith again, kind of like what you talked about. No, he is just generating everything out there.
Freeman, Overton, Murphy, Magwood, and Williams-Adams, the 5 for Stephen Pearl. That has given the Purdue Boilermakers an 18-point cushion. The drive blocked again by Jacobson.
He just doesn't have the minutes to maybe rack up the blocks per game, but when he's on the floor, he's quite the rim protector.
Kaufman-Renn, spin and score.
And honestly, Noah, that's really the only counter he needs. Even if he shoots it with his right hand, just going to that right shoulder and having that on tape, it makes him so much harder to guard.
Magwood drive and kick. Hall's 3. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Smith. Another good look, and Overton way too strong. Right place, right time. Murphy couldn't finish it, and Murphy slow to get up. They're going to stop play. Well, they go back home for their game with Queens in a couple days. Oh, saved by Smith. Nobody in a white jersey nearby. And then that's when things get challenging, when SEC play begins after that, as Overton can't push it through, and the rebound is fumbled out of bounds. Back to Purdue. Kaufman-Renn, bully in the sandbox.
You're just asking an awful lot. Even if Jovic has played some professional basketball, but to be a freshman and have to handle Kaufman-Renn one-on-one down there, that's going to be a big ask.
Jovic couldn't finish it. Kaufman-Renn with his 6th rebound. Smith, Cox. Now they'll slow it down. Approaching 4 minutes to play. Purdue by 22. Looking every bit the part of a top 10 team in the country. Kaufman-Renn go right back to him. Through 3 defenders. Lawyer looking for his first 3. Can't find it. Smith nearly snuck in for that rebound. Now Overton will take it across. He runs into a wall, and last touched by Hall.
And you just talk about the weapons, and it's just that they are a team that can certainly make the Final Four and even more. You got the best point guard in the country in Braden Smith. But you're right, last year it had to be Smith and it had to be Trey Kaufman-Renn. Now it's just like you look at all the guys that can beat you for Purdue. It's a scary offense to prepare for.
That was a sweet move, but Kaufman-Renn couldn't finish it. And it's going to stay with Purdue with 3:25 to play. Kaufman-Renn with 12 to work with. Step through for 2. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 9 for 13 shooting for TKR. And now going deeper into the bench for Matt Painter. Overton. He's cooled down. Combined 59 points for the 2 losses to Michigan and Arizona for the Auburn Tigers. And now Purdue looking to extend a 24-point cushion. Kaufman-Renn's fouled. And they have come out and looked to prove a point.
Well, and Bruce Pearl's not wrong. I mean, they totally took it to Purdue last year, but you can't think that that wasn't going to be shown in the locker room, and it was shown in the locker room. They certainly between the game and then seeing that, they really wanted to play well today.
Benter with another bullseye. 9-0 Purdue run to extend this 82-55. Liam Murphy in there, the transfer from North Florida, for the first time with just over 2 minutes remaining.
This kind of template for Auburn against the elite teams in college basketball. It's Auburn can't score, they're in the 50s, and they honestly can't stop their opponent, whether it's Michigan, Arizona, Purdue. That's been the story.
Right idea to try to get it to Jacobson. Down the floor quickly. Magwood had it taken away. Meyer, leave it. Benter gets upstairs. Braden Smith, euphoric. The jubilation for the Boilermakers. 29-point game, 90 seconds to play. Jovic gets it inside. Hall is fouled.
But Purdue, the job that they did on Tahad Pettiford when he was healthy in this game, and then Keyshawn Hall, Auburn's going to have a tough time if those two guys don't have it going.
Hall with 14 points, but it was a struggle to get there. And Pettiford out for the rest of this game with the ankle injury. We'll see what the update is moving forward on him. Overton had the pack out of the turnover, and he's going to go to the line with 1:05 remaining.
Purdue's first two games in their December slate was Rutgers and Minnesota, so their schedule is no question back end loaded.
2-0 start to their Big Ten slate. Meyer gets to the rim. It's great to get live action for the youngsters like Meyer. There was a lot of chatter as to maybe him going to Auburn initially when he was deciding between colleges, and eventually decided Matt Painter was the guy for him. Decided on Purdue and has made a mark on this team as Jovic puts in 2 more points. 6-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Let's see if Purdue gets one more shot off in what has been a convincing victory for the Boilermakers. Meyer on the outside, cross, drive, and Meyer puts in 2. 88-60. Magwood, shot clock off. Looks towards his bench. They're telling him, go for it. Get a shot. Williams, Adams. No. The rebound of Meyer. And Purdue avenges a tough loss to Auburn from a year ago with a dominant victory in Indianapolis. 88-60. The Boilermakers win their 11th game of the season.